He-Man just cannot catch a break. Good God. This show. I really, really want to like this show. I have been positive about it. Objective, of course. Like, it's Kevin Smith, and he would probably end up Kevin Smithing it. But it really can't catch a break. It really can't catch a break. For seemingly really, really stupid things now as well. I'm going to cover a whole bunch of stuff. Kevin Smith is perhaps one of the worst parts of this show. And he just needs to stay off the internet. Because he is the one which is leading this to be bad. Jasper Cameo. So what we're going to be doing, ladies and gents, is just going through a whole series of events, which I think is really putting people off. And I do think, like, there has obviously, you know, this has caught the, you know, caught wind of a whole bunch of people that want to talk, you know, trash about it. Admittedly, there seems to be a lot of evidence to support that trash talk. But this especially. So, Miguel Garcia tweeted to Kevin Smith and said, "Why did you decide to change the suit from the show to the one with the one from the toy lines if it was a continuation of the show?" Bearing in mind, ladies and gents, remember, it's long been stated that it was a continuation of the show. It was a sequel to the original, right? Wrong. When did that happen? Kevin Smith. The show's producer is Mattel. So everything we do in Revelation is more toy-based. The old show is owned by another studio. Which is why I've always said, don't remember this, our Masters official, Master of the Universe, series is a spiritual sequel to the old show. Legally, we can't be an actual sequel to Filmation. Okay. That strikes me as slightly odd though, ladies and gents, when Netflix is sat here with this on their homepage, or the homepage to Master of the Universe. After a calamitous battle fractures Eternia, Teela and an unlikely alliance must prevent the end of the universe in this sequel to the 80s classic. I mean, look, if it can't legally be a sequel, you should probably get Netflix in check and not, you know, have people confused. People genuinely, me and Andre from Midnight Sage especially, we've been sat here defending this show, going, we want to like it. We love the 80s show. We love the original. Want this to be really, really good. Because it was a sequel. We got our hopes up for it being a sequel. Now we look like idiots. Kevin Smith, get off the internet. So, there you go, ladies and gents. Apparently it's not a sequel. Since when? I don't know. Because I'm fairly certain Kevin Smith and everyone else has been saying it's a sequel. Apparently it's not. When did that happen? God knows. But then there's also the other information. You know, this has been doing the rounds a lot recently. And this is what I mean. Like, Kevin Smith just needs to get off the internet. I wasn't a He-Man fan. But Gallery 1988 is running an awesome Master of the Universe art show. Look. And this is the thing. Because he has this out. This is an old tweet, of course. Which I didn't save. Other people have saved. You know, more for you if you want to save tweets. But then everyone else has said this. You know, Smith, a He-Man superfan. What? These unnecessary lies are just completely redundant. Like, we don't need these stupid lies. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. You know, like, the whole point is, if you said, people, I swear people said it was a sequel. I mean, Netflix says it's a sequel. Netflix, it's a sequel. It's a sequel to the 80s classic. There you go. Not a spiritual sequel. They've said that they're going to be continuing storylines. How are you going to do that if it's a spiritual sequel? How? Pray tell. Doth come to me, pray tell. Like, how? How are you going to be continuing storylines? I'm just so... I don't want this to be a video where I'm sort of worked up and ranting about it, but I'm genuinely shocked. When I saw this dropped last night. I saw this dropping on Twitter. I was like, what? Like, my brain does not compute this because everything that had been said up until that point had said it was a sequel. What is going on now? So strange. So strange. So anyway, there you go. Apparently it's not a sequel. Apparently it's a spiritual sequel. That's why there's loads of changes. So expect a damn sight more change. But it's not just that either. Again, Kevin Smith needing to stay off the internet. There's this here. He was tweeted to. Says no, it's been proven that everything he said was a lie, and the show doesn't deserve viewers to pad them show for Kevin Smith to gloat that so many people watched it. Bad tweet composition, real bad. And then he replied with this, saying, attached is the everything he said that you refer to, and both of these tweets are accurate. Sorry you feel that Masters official revelation doesn't deserve viewers to pad them show. Funny that he quoted the bad English, but whatever. But regardless, nothing I've said about the show is a lie, and gloating is not my strong suit. So, look, if we're going to take Kevin Smith on face value, even though, you know, we'll have to see how it goes, this is what is being referred to, basically. Because, you know, there's a lot of nonsense floating around. Clownfish TV tweeted out a Screen Rant article, as if that is, goddamn, look, Screen Rant is not a good source, but they tweeted out a Screen Rant article a while ago saying, told ya, where it says that one major difference is that though He-Man will certainly be around, he won't be the main protagonist anymore. Instead, the focus will be on Teela, right? And it certainly looks that way from the trailer. And I've done some explanation as to why that's not necessarily a bad thing, depending on how they frame it and contextualize it. But Kevin Smith replied to that saying, with all due respect to Screen Rant, I've read every Masters official script for our shows, plus wrote a few and viewed 4 amazing animatics. While Teela is as present as she's always been in the Master of the Universe adventures, and she plays a big role, our series is literally all about He-Man. And then there was further tweets from this saying, you know, my understanding of Kevin Smith's He-Man series from alleged insider, Teela is a better He-Man than Adam, and he steps aside to let her take over hero duties. If true, this won't play well, and it won't play well in fairness. But Kevin Smith is doubling down on these statements and doubling down on his reply, saying, as showrunner, I really could have used these story suggestions before we locked the scripts. However, no, He-Man does no stepping aside, and the storyline is pretty dark and way metal. Before Revelation, we were calling it End of the Universe, which I think is actually, if this is true, cool. You know, fill your boots. More for you. But he is doubling down on this. He's saying, no, nothing I've said about the show is a lie. Everything I said is completely correct. So we'll have to wait and see, because I thought it was a sequel. Apparently it's not a sequel anymore. So it just can't catch a break, this show. And it's a bit dismaying, because that first trailer that dropped, perfection. C'est magnifique. It was great, or Le Magnifique. I don't speak that language. But it was good. Second one, not so good. Anticlimactic, a bit poo, actually. But the first one was awesome. So good. But it's not a sequel, ladies and gents. Get that right. It's not a sequel. It's a spiritual sequel. Legally, it can't be a sequel, even though Netflix is calling it a sequel. Let me know what you guys think, though, down below in the comment section. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. You stayed this long, so you clearly enjoy the content. For returning subscribers and newbies, if you like this content, you might like my second channel. It's linked down below in the description box. Would love to have you guys over there, where I tinker on cars. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Take care.